aspect of the competition. Do you prefer Pam or Pamela?
Pam is fine.
Okay, fine, and we'll use Pam. I see that your activity sheet indicates that you work with dogs. What do you actually do with them?
I like to train him to be obedient. Like my one dog, I've taken him through classes in obedience, and that's mainly what I stick to is the obedience. Really, no tricks or nothing.
Right. What kind of dogs? Do you have more than one?
Well, yeah.
What kind of dogs do you have?
Well, the one I was working with is a Pekingese, and then we have a German Shepherd and a Poodle.
Three. What's the most difficult thing to do when you're training a dog?
Probably to have your patience, because you have to have a lot of patience when you're working with them.
How long does it take to train a dog to do a specific kind of a trick? Maybe you could describe that a little bit.
It usually takes around a week to get him to mainly know what he's doing, and then after that you just keep working with him, and then he'll get it down pat more. And it usually takes around a week though.
How can you tell a smart dog from a dumb dog?
There isn't really dumb dogs. They all can learn, but I don't know, there isn't really no difference.
Okay. Who would you say has been the most influential person in your life?
Probably my sister.
Why?
My one sister. Because I kind of look up to her because she's, I don't know, she has a lot of things going for her in her life. I mean, like, you know, she has a good job and, I don't know, she likes to get involved with a lot of people. She's got a great personality, and I just look up to her.
How much older is she than you are?
She's 4 years older than I am.
Your activity sheet indicates that you have worked in your parents' ice cream store. What do you do there?
Well, I used to work there. It's no longer open, but I used to would serve food and all that, and I got an idea of what it's like to be working with the public, and that really helped me a lot.
What's the most difficult thing that you encountered in working with the public?
Probably being fast in making the food, because a lot of them, like, you'd be trying to make their order, and they'd be coming up to the window saying, "Hey, is it almost done?" And you tell them that you're hurrying, but, you know, a lot of them weren't very understanding. But that was probably the worst thing of working there.
What was the most difficult job in the store?
I'd probably say making sure that the money that you gave back and that they gave you was accurate. That was probably the hardest thing, to make sure you did right.
What did you do if you made a mistake?
Oh, my mom or dad would usually yell at me, but that was usually all. And I'd correct what I did wrong. But
your activity sheet says you enjoy roller skating. How would you teach somebody how to skate? Say myself, who's never been on a roller skate.
Well, I'd probably, you know, of course, go to the roller skating rink, and then on all the like beginning skates, like they have them, or where I go, and just go out there and try your hardest. Just try, you know, how to move your feet and everything. But that's probably how I'd go about it.
How do you skate backwards rather than
I'm just
forward?
learning myself.
How are you learning?
Well, one of my friends was teaching me, because she used to take courses and stuff, and backward skating and all that. So she was trying to teach me. It's really hard. I'm still not very good at it yet, but it's a lot more difficult than frontward skating. To have a lot more balance.
How would you go about choosing a career employment goal?
I would probably go to like the career center at my school, which I've done already, and I'd see what kind of career would interest me, and then I'd go to all the books that, you know, talks about what kind of benefits and all that stuff you get and the salary. And then once I found out all that, I found out what universities or colleges offered the classes that I would need to go for that kind of career.
What would be the most important thing that you would look for in a job?
Probably the salary, and if I could get any move higher up, like, you know, if I had any advantages to move higher up, you know, in a job that I would go for, if I could move up.
Do you have any idea what you might want to do?
I've considered something dealing with animals or going into modeling, but I'm not really sure yet.
I understand that you made the dress you're wearing. What was the most difficult part about sewing your dress?
Probably the waistband was probably the hardest.
Why is that the hardest?
Because it was just hard because you got to make sure that it's the right size and you cut it right and everything, that's so that it fits you. And I don't know, that was probably the hardest part for me.
How do you select a pattern? When you decide you want to make a dress for yourself.
I would see first of all if it would fit me, if it's what I like to wear, and if it is, I'd go try to find a material that I like, and then I'd probably end up buying it.
How long did it take you to make that dress?
About 2 months, because I did it in school, and you only get like half an hour to work every day. It's not very long.
Okay. You mentioned that you've already done some checking into schools and colleges. How would you go about selecting a college or a university?
I'd probably make sure that it had good, reputation and stuff, and the teachers, and had good, qualities and stuff. And then I'd probably, I don't know, I didn't really check into it that much. I just, I don't know.
Would you want to go to a 2-year school first, or do you think you might want to go right to a 4-year school?
I'd probably go to the 2-year.
Why?
Because for the 4 years, you usually have to stay like in the dorms or whatever, and I'd really like to stay home, close to home for a while yet, once I get out of school. But that, probably 2-year college.
What would be the advantages of going away to school?
You could get a lot more education, a lot more schooling, and less time, probably. But that'd probably be the main thing.
What would be the advantages of staying home?
Free rent. No, probably, I don't know, I think I'd like that better, because I'd probably get a lot more studying than if I was at home.
Okay, well, Pamela, thank you very much. Excuse me, Pam, thank you very much. I really enjoyed talking.
Thank you.